All right, guys. So if you're wondering why do I go around and record the police and record things in town and put it on YouTube, the biggest reason I do it is to document uh, events or happenings, with the police or law enforcement or anything that really looks interesting enough to document. And I do it for accountability and for transparency purposes because the camera captures the truth. Like the camera, all the camera can do is capture what's going on. Um, Although it is true that people can use like graphics, my AC's kicking on. People could use graphics or editing or Photoshop or make to meet a narrative. I get all of that. But you're just going to have to take my word for it that I don't do that. I try to give you the documented video. This is what happened. If you don't believe me, all I can do is tell you. Okay, if you don't believe me, I can't twist your arm and be like, believe me, motherfucker. You're just gonna have to believe me. Now, when you do see cuts in my videos, a lot of times what I cut out or edit is the cop standing there like this, just waiting, and I cut that out because you guys don't want to see them just standing there picking their nose and going, yeah, we're waiting on Sarge to call us back or whatever, writing the ticket. So, but things that really are pertinent or relevant to accountability and transparency, I try to just leave it unedited, that part, and let you see what really happened. Why am I saying that? Check out this tweet on Twitter. Tweet. Check out this tweet on Twitter. This is the narrative that people continue to push over and over and over in the city of Yucaipa, California. I'm going to put a link to a video in the description box below. It's called Yucaipa Protest Turns Violent. Many of you have already seen that video, but that video is unedited from when the melee happened or the fight happened. From when they cross the street and start fighting, I didn't cut anything out there. That's pretty much what happened right there. So again, I'm not going to go over why the audio was messed up. It's an iOS issue on the new iOS update. That's why the audio is fucked up. But the video, if you watch it, you'll see what happened. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want the truth to be out there. I want the transparency of what happened to be out there. No, Antifa didn't come to town and get run out of Yucaipa. No, there weren't 50 guys with guns that Antifa met and they were run out of town. Oh, 50 guys with guns? Whoa, this shit's getting deep, man. I need to put my boots on. No, what happened was you had a group of youth from Yucaipa, local youth, who had a sign. One girl had a sign, Justice for George Floyd. You had a group of people across the street that were protecting Yucaipa, and granted, some of them were there to protect the Copper Cattle Cafe. I get it. God bless them for wanting to protect Yucaipa. Some people up the street had guns. They were protecting businesses. There's pros and cons on that. Yeah, I think it was kind of a little bit intimidating that we had people with guns and rifles standing on rooftops up and down the boulevard. But on the other side of that, in their heart, they were protecting our city. Okay, hey, thank you. My issue is the people that had been drinking in front of Copper Kettle Cafe, the intoxicated folks who started shouting at the little protester group that was across the street. Yeah, they started shouting back. Big fucking deal. He yelled at me. I'm gonna beat you up. But that's what they did. So the group that was wassa crossed the street, started getting in the faces of the youth that were local youth, not Antifa. Some guy threw a punch. They all got into it. They crossed back over. Then they crossed again to beat a guy up. Then they went over to the Arco and started beating a guy up over there. All because some youth, local youth, not Antifa from out of town, local youth wanted to say, hey, George Floyd was murdered, justice for George Floyd. That's all they wanted to do. And some people that had a little wassa wassa, a little too much wassa wassa, crossed the street and started a fight. Not 50 guys with guns. Only one guy I know of was waving a gun around. I didn't see it, but I read the police media release that he was arrested as a felon with a handgun. Only one guy. The other ones were educated by the police about having guns out in public, but nobody with guns came running up and started, 50 guys with guns meeting Antifa. No. I don't know where you're getting that from. Thanks, guys, for watching Community Leo Watch, watching law enforcement officers and everybody else in Yucaipa and their surrounding areas. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you're from the Yucaipa area, the truth has to be told. Not some narrative.